Hi everyone, today we have a new video review, and this time I will tell you more about the fresh release from ICM. It's a 135 scale kit, and as you can see it copies Universal Military Pod. So we have here the landing mat and the pod in one box, and it might be a really interesting combo for some diorama project. We also have here on the box art the helicopter, which was released by the same brand, and I reviewed it as well, so in case you're interested you can find it. But today we are talking only about this container. And why I'm saying this, because the helicopter was released together with the container, but now you have a chance to buy it separately. So the kit number here is 53201, and what I have here on the table, that's the final shape of the release. Nothing will change, and you can order it right now on Modelimex and you'll get exactly the same stuff as what you'll see in this video review. And the box size, I would say it's typical for such kit from ICM. Here you can see comparison with my hand. We have quite nice box art here. And on the side you can see some information about the kit. So we have here 127 parts for the container and 48 parts for the landing mat, and the container will be 247 millimeters long, which is rather large, I would say. And here you can see also 3 marking options. Obviously you're not limited to these ones, and maybe if you are let's say starting to complain about the single color options, it's a good chance to play with the color modulation and weathering, because these containers, as far as I remember, rarely stayed in a factory fresh condition, and therefore you can try various shading techniques and also various dirt application techniques as well. So what I'm doing right now is cutting through the plastic tape which is holding the top cover in place. As you can see, it's quite easy procedure, but not easy to remove this top cover. So just give me a second, I'll try to do it off the camera. In the meantime, I can also remind you that you can support me with the small donation. It's quite easy thing to do, and of course all of these donations are used in order to improve the photo and video equipment, and also to get some kits to be reviewed, which I wouldn't be able to get otherwise without your help. So I opened the box. Here we have this white cardboard box, and as you can see inside we have the plastic parts packed into plastic bag. Yeah, it's one plastic bag. So I'm going to take it off the table to the side. Let's remove the dust from the box and open the plastic bag. So in total there are 2 plastic bags. We have one for the container and one for the landing mat. So I'm going to open it right now. And first of all, here we have the side panels. Let's place them like this. And also zoom in a bit. So now you can see the side panels. As you can see, these I suppose are the doors, so that's why they are molded separately. We also have the windows molded separately, and overall surface details are quite nice. So we have here the raised rivets and also the panel lines. So all of this is really good for a 135 scale kit. I will try also to zoom in and show you like this, so I hope you can see what I'm talking about here. And now it's time to zoom out and also flip over the sprue, because inside we have a really impressive interior structure. And this is really good because you can open the container just like on the box art, and all of this stuff will be visible. And that's why I was saying about the pre-shading and also the panel lines, because all of this stuff really deserves such treatment. Next we continue with the roof and bottom panel, or floor panel if you prefer. So that's obviously the floor panel with the skids, and also here we have the again the same level of external details, meaning the recessed panel lines and raised rivets. Again, inside we have the really good interior structure. And as for the seats, I am now wondering how they will be installed, because as you can see here we do not have any guiding elements, so they should be aligned somehow, but I guess we have to check the assembly manual in order to understand how it will be done. The clear sprue is packed into the separate plastic bag, so I'm going to open it as well. Here you can see all of these windows. They are nicely looking. As you can see, there are also not plain, they are slightly curved, just like on the real subject. But I'm not sure if there are masks included or masking templates. Masks for sure are not here, but maybe at least the masking templates are there. So next will be the set of these 3 identical plastic sprues. So I will show you only one because there is no point to show the same set of parts. And as you can see here, we have the wheels. We also have the interior parts in form of those seats, and also some of the seat supports or subframes. As you can see, everything looks quite nice. We have also really good surface details on the seats. And as for the wheels, I would say it's quite okay for out-of-the-box build. And these are not such a big parts, as you can see, so maybe they should be okay for the whole project. And of course, inside we have the guiding structure with the raised edges, so that 2 halves will be kind of combined together, and therefore you'll get a better fitment and you don't have to worry about any possible issues with this stuff. Next, we have one more large plastic sprue. So that's how the seats will be aligned. So what we saw as for the floor panel, that was the, let's say, outer panel, and here we have the interior one. We also have the separate front and rear, separate doors here, and also some of the rising jacks as far as you can see. And here are the installation slots for the seats. So it's quite impressive to see all the squares here. And of course it will make your life easier because you basically just install the parts there and you're good to go. As for the landing mat, so before I open the plastic bag, I will show you that all of these sprues are supplied in the same plastic bag. As you can see, they're of the same type. So I will just show you only one, because there is no need to show the same type of parts several times again. So I'll move this one aside. Also this sprue goes here. So for the landing mat, it's also something what I reviewed as a separate set. In case you're interested, you can find it on the same YouTube channel which you are watching right now. And this landing mat might be useful for some diorama ideas, as I said before, so definitely a good thing. And in 1/35 scale it might be combined with some vehicles or maybe with some aircraft if you manage to find one. And overall quality is really good. You can combine it in several versions, and that's also a useful feature. Next we continue with the decal sheet. So here I will close the lenses a bit because this one is printed as this paper, and as you can see here we have all necessary symbols which will be applied inside and outside. Printing quality is really good, and I would say it's standard for ICM, so here I don't have anything to add. And for the assembly manual, this one comes as a cover printed brochure. So let's close the lenses a bit, zoom out a bit. And here you can see that on the first page we will find a short history note, but if you would like to learn more, I would recommend to check some reference materials as well. Here we continue with the parts map. Note that some parts are not included into the assembly because they are needed for the helicopter suspension system. So here you don't need to use them because you don't have the heli. And next we continue with the floor panel. So here, as you can see, the seat supports or frames. And then we start working on the interior. As far as you can see, it's quite a process, and a lot of steps will be needed in order to assemble all of this stuff, and it might be worth painting all of the seats separately because, as you can see later, they are just aligned into the rows and it will be difficult to airbrush them from all sides. And next we continue with the side panels, the roof panel, and the front and rear. Then we also install the wheels on the suspension. And here you can see the separate doors. I'm just seeing that they are installed in the closed position. And I wonder if you can open them, because assembly manual does not suggest such thing. But obviously if you have them as a separate part, you can try to do so. And as for the marking options, so here are all 3 of them. As you can see, this one is from 1972, this one is from 1982, and one more here from 1989. And as you can see, these front doors are molded shut. And again, this assembly manual is specifically for this kit. Why I'm mentioning this, because we also have this assembly manual. And this one is universal because this vending mat was released as the separate product, and that's why we have the different kit number here. And also here the assembly process, so as you can see, you can combine it for the larger heli or for the Cobra. Obviously you will need less panels combined together, but overall assembly process looks straightforward, so I don't think you'll have any issues here. And as for the whole container set, it should be already available, and you can get it together with other ICM novelties. And of course I will be happy to hear your opinion, so do not forget to write it here in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next video review as usual. Thank you for joining me today, and bye.